Good morning and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines, our morning get together live here on Facebook, where we examine headlines from our city, our state, and our country. We take a look at your wonderful comments, ideas, questions, and suggestions, and we combine it all to hopefully have a more connected life here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English-speaking locals. As always, it is a pleasure to get together with you. And today is Friday, May 6th, and this is a pre-recorded broadcast. As we've been mentioning probably way too much, I am literally, as you're watching this, if you're watching the broadcast when it's being released, I am sitting on a bus with a few dear friends. We're headed to Guadalajara for the weekend, where we will enjoy a well-deserved vacation. It's my first trip to a larger city since COVID began, so I'm really excited and grateful for the fact that things have subsided enough that one can actually go and enjoy oneself on such a vacation. So I wanted to leave some things behind for you to enjoy, and this is what this broadcast is about. But first, as always, we welcome friends that are watching for the first time. If you're watching for the first time, please write the word new in your comment, and we'll be so very happy to give you a welcome to our cluster. If you have important comments that you wish to share with us, that you wish a comment or a reaction to, please add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and I'll be so very happy to look at those when I come back from Guadalajara on Monday. Well, I'm coming back on Sunday, but it'll be Sunday late night, and I'll be busy getting the broadcast ready for Monday morning. Today we take a look at a few important news items that I've been collecting in the past couple of days that are still relevant for you to know about. We have updates about vaccines for the youth. We finally have updated information from the upcoming Raicilla Festival, an update from Mexican conductor Alondra de la Parra, and also an update on some gay pride related ideas and websites that you may want to consider. But of course, since not everybody in our cluster is interested in gay pride, I'm leaving those news items until the very end of the broadcast. So, as always, we start with our news. We have a reduced version of the weather because we won't be able to discuss the current weather, but I will give you a forecast, and then we continue with other leisurely things to share. Okay, so this happens every year, and there is no reason why it would be any different now, even as the COVID pandemic is winding down. Hotel occupancy in Puerto Vallarta is back under 60%, according to the latest reports from local tourism authorities. This, of course, is a contrast from the most recent vacation period when occupancy was close to 100%. Of course, our city is banking on the upcoming Gay Pride celebration to offset these numbers as much as possible, But the drop in occupancy also offers excellent opportunities to find special offers at local hotels. So maybe it's time to start planning a staycation. And as we mentioned a few days ago, summertime is also a great opportunity to check out available properties in surrounding areas, surrounding towns that are up on the mountains that may be offering special rates for us locals to get away with a small group of friends. Places like San Pancho, for example, which is not any cooler than Puerto Vallarta, but at least many places in San Pancho have their own swimming pools and have air conditioning. Then there's San Sebastian, or there is El Tuito for us to consider for a quick and refreshing getaway. Moving right along, at present time, we also learned through the Puerto Vallarta Chamber of the Workers Union, or CTM, that there are over 3,000 vacancies presently available within Puerto Vallarta's tourism sector. According to the CTM, many employees were forced to return to their places of origin during the pandemic, where hotels and other tourism-related businesses had to tighten their staffing. But now that numbers are starting to look more prosperous, there are jobs to be had. This, of course, should not affect us directly as locals, but if you happen to have friends looking for work in the tourism industry, this might be helpful for them to know. And of course, I've heard, this is a gentle reminder to all of us on behalf of our restaurant owning friends. I've heard from several of them that they are having trouble finding staff. So if you happen to dine out this time of year and you find that service is perhaps not what you are used to, kindly be mindful of this fact and kindly be as understanding as you can that the restaurant where service is not up to par may be struggling to find the necessary help so that they can do their job properly. Moving right along, we also have been discussing upcoming COVID vaccination campaigns for minors. And these campaigns will begin in the state of Jalisco this coming Monday in all of our state's sanitary regions. Again, these are vaccines for minors between the ages of 12 and 17. These vacation campaigns will take place at local health centers, and pre-registration is required at the usual website, which is listed in this article. Now, let's take a quick look at the weather and see what the weather forecast looks for today, tomorrow, and the beginning of the week. Okay, so we pay no attention to the numbers at the top because the numbers reflect yesterday's temperature. But please know that for today, Friday, the 6th of May, we can expect a clear day with a high temperature of 31 and a low temperature of 20. Tomorrow, Saturday, we can expect a clear day through the day with a high temperature of 32 and a low temperature of 20. And Sunday, we will enjoy yet another clear day with another high of 32 and another high of 20. Nice warm weather for us to enjoy. And now we have some updates of some things that we have been discussing over the past couple of days. And we begin those updates with the upcoming Damajuana Raicilla Festival that will take place in Puerto Vallarta from May 13 to the 15th. This is a well-known festival. This is happening for the 5th year in a row, and we had been patiently waiting for them to announce their venue, and we have learned that the venue for this festival will once again be the Cultural Center Esplanade at the Isla Rio Cuale. But there's more. We actually have a schedule. We're looking at it on the screen right now. There will be a welcome gala and cocktail party on Friday the 13th. That's scary. And then on Saturday, the festival will be inaugurated for us mere mortals, and there will be several music performances through the day, including one by the local Xutla folkloric dance troupe, and then other musicians. A similar schedule will take place on Sunday, on the following day. But most importantly, through the entire festival, we will have the opportunity to savor and hopefully purchase raicilla from a number of participating vendors. I will leave you with a Facebook page so that you can visit it if you are interested in this festival. A few days ago, we shared news of this video feature with acclaimed Mexican conductor Alondra de la Parra's recent recording session in Mexico City, with several well-known Mexican and Spanish performers paying tribute to iconic Mexican songs. At the time, we hope to have more information about where an entire concert would become available for us to view or to enjoy. Several of the songs have been already released separately on YouTube. Well, we still don't know where or when the entire concert will be available for viewing, but we did catch this bit of news, this announcement in the Lila Downs Fan Club Facebook page, where we learned that the concert will also be released in audio format. You know, what we used to call or refer to as compact disc, but calling them compact discs now sounds so vintage. Anyhow, the Lila Downs Fan Club announced that the album will be available, and I did some homework, and I realized that indeed a recording of the concert will become available, and in fact, it is being released today in a special ceremony that I suppose is going to take place in Mexico City. And hopefully we will be able to find this recording on Spotify in the near future or any other music sources that we tend to enjoy. As soon as we learn more about this, needless to say, I will give you more information for us to pursue this. We stick to music for another one. This time, the New York Times, as part of their very wonderful 5-minute articles that will make you fall in love with music. This time they focus on the French horn. Here we have important personalities from the classical music world talking about specific compositions that we may consider if we want to better appreciate this instrument. And of course, I personally fell in love with the French horn through the legendary concert comedian Anna Russell's very funny take on the instrument, where she argues that if everyone's blowing their own horn, we might as well all be doing it. So if Anna Russell's new to you, just search for her on YouTube and you will find a number of funny takes and versions of different performances she has released in the past. And if you'd like me to find the specific performance where she makes reference to the French horn, just write the phrase French horn in your comment, and I will be so very happy to find this for you. And speaking of blowing, just a few days ago, we were talking about summer tips for us locals, and our dear friend Paul Christ of Hotel Mercurio wrote a comment about his electric bill when he first arrived in Puerto Vallarta back in 2002. And of course, we failed to remind you that Hotel Mercurio and Mercurio Swim have produced this fabulous hand fan, folding fan. And I inquired with Paul to find out if the fans are still available for purchase for those of us that are not staying at the hotel. And Paul has confirmed that they are still available. So if you don't mind a little bit of branding while you're out and about, these are the best folding fans you can get a hold of in Puerto Vallarta. They are made with nylon fabric and can be purchased at the hotel's front desk. Of course, the model is not part of the deal, and you will, of course, have to address your own personal blowing needs on your own. Yes, boom, but summer is coming and it's going to be so hot as usual, and we might as well show a little bit of humor as far as that is concerned. And as long as we're here, we start to segue into a few gay pride headlines that I want to share with you. Not so much headlines, but points of reference that may be helpful to you if you are interested in gay pride. As you know, gay pride is coming to Puerto Vallarta. And this year, the official celebration will be between May 23 and May 30th. For us locals, this may be a big deal or not so much of a big deal, depending on your LGBTQ related habits. Regardless, I will volunteer for Facebook pages. This is the first one of them, where you are likely to find updated information, starting with this one. This is the official web page, which has activities going on again between May 23rd and May 30th. What you will find here is primarily information about all the big parties, all the big events, primarily organized, how to put this politely, well, in English. But alongside with this, there is also the Nuestro Orgullo PB, or Our Pride PB Festival, which takes place between May 20 and May 23rd. This, of course, is organized by other people. Here, organizers claim that this is the more inclusive festival, and here you will find information about parties and events primarily organized in Spanish. So the big LGBT divide in town is very real, and it hasn't changed. And as in years past, we will flock towards activities or events that we are personally interested in, or perhaps not at all. Now, there's a brand spanking new event that caught my attention, and it's brand spanking new because the venue didn't exist in years past, and it is this Queens and Fashion Gay Pride Art Party, which will take place at the brand spanking new Arte Vallarta Museum, and this will be hosted by Louis Whitaker. Now, this could be fun to attend. I'm wondering if it'll become our very own version, tiny version of the Met Gala from New York City. And of course, I would love to attend, but I don't think I have anything suitable to wear for such an affair. And last but not least, I have to share with you a shout out to my dear friends Joey and Isaac of Gay Guide Vallarta, who have the very daunting task of keeping track of all these and many other happenings, and perform a brilliant job keeping us all up to date through their Facebook page and their website's events calendar. So if gay pride is important to you, these are some of the things that are likely going to entice you. We are still yet to get more news from our friends here in Colonia Versalles, who organized the very first gay pride event last year. And hopefully there will be such a follow-up event this year, but we haven't heard from them just yet. As soon as we do, we will be so very happy to share the information with you. And this almost brings us to the end of our very first of two pre-recorded broadcasts. Again, this is pre-recorded, and I will flash our pre-recorded flag once again just to keep the Facebook gods happy. Where is it? This is a pre-recorded. Yes, there you go. Tomorrow's broadcast, that would be Saturday, is also going to be pre-recorded, and tomorrow we will be sharing a very special walk around that we did last weekend for you to enjoy. Where will you be walking around? Well, you get to find that out tomorrow morning. But before we go, I remind you once again that everything we do not only is for you, but everything we do happens because of you. You empower Coffee and Headlines through your wonderful contributions, through your membership, and that all happens here at buymeacoffee.com/Ojeda Paco. If you were amused, informed, inspired, or if we made you smile, kindly keep this in mind for future broadcasts. And this, I think, brings us to the end. So I hope you enjoyed this pre-recorded version of Coffee and Headlines, and I hope you'll have a nice, fun weekend. Tomorrow morning, another pre-recorded broadcast, and then we are back live with you on Monday morning. Thank you so very much for watching, and have a great one.